Wassup YouTube, PokePrimer here, proud and ready to deliver you our Week 7 Team Builder. This week we are actually taking on a new opponent. I don't know if I mentioned it at the end of last week's videos, but this week we are taking on Violet and the Milwaukee Mimikyus. The doc just hasn't been updated name-wise yet on the page that I typically use. So it still says the old team name, but they are the Milwaukee Mimikyus, and they are coached by Violet. They consist of Mega Beedrill, Victini, Hydreigon, Hatterene, Registeel, Mudsdale, Credilli, Tapu Fini, Snorlax, Sirfetch'd, and Rotom. Before I get any further, if you think I look like shit, you're right. I look like shit. I feel like shit. Didn't get any sleep last night. Bad night. Very bad night. A lot of stomach issues. Pretty much was up all night. But I still got all my battles and stuff to do today for all the leagues I'm in. Yeah. No sleep seems like a great plan. So this is probably going to go horribly wrong, but we'll see how this goes. I'm actually supposed to be battling them in an hour and a half, so that's fun. Yeah, so so in regards to their team, obviously Mega Beedrill is a threat. Just U-turns around and does a shit ton of damage thanks to that adaptability boost. It hits like a truck, plain and simple. It's super threatening. Victini is ridiculously ridiculously diverse in what all it can do. It's strong. It has excuse me. It has ridiculously strong stab moves on as well as insane coverage. So that's going to be ridiculous to deal with. Honestly, not even sure if we have everything that we need to properly deal with it, but we're just going to have to roll with it at this point, because there's really nothing on our team that does. Hydra hits like a truck. It's going to be a pain, but we have answers. Hatterene, if he or she, I don't know who, I've literally never conversed with this person once in my life, so if they go with some kind of trick room route, that could be detrimental to us. So we'll just have to see how that goes. It could be annoying, but I'm not super worried about it. Registeel is just really, really fat. It's going to take a lot of effort to break through it, but I think we can pull that off. We have some of just the right kind of mons to break through that mon, so I'm not too worried about it. Mudsdale, again, we have mons that are perfect for breaking through this thing, so I'm not super worried about it. Credilli can be annoying specifically for our Volcanion because it's neutral to the fire moves thanks to its rock typing, and it does get Storm Drain to absorb our water type moves, so it can be a big annoyance. I actually kind of for sure think that the Credilli comes this week. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. But Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini is just gonna take us forever to break through, but it's gonna be, this is gonna be a long battle, I think. If it's not, I'll be shocked. But yeah, Tapu Fini is just really, really bulky. Really, really hard for our team to break down. So there's that. Snorlax, another really, really bulky mon. We have some things designed to deal with it, but still going to be a problem. Sirfetch'd, we don't really have great switch-ins to Sirfetch'd on our team. You'll see when we get to our switch-in for Sirfetch'd. We didn't really have a good switch-in for Sirfetch'd on this team at all. So yeah, that's the thing. And then regular Rotom, I'm not like stressing at all. Regular Rotom, we have plenty of things to deal with, so I'm not really worried about it. If I were to predict a 6 that he or she would bring, probably the first 3, Mega B, Victini, and Hydreigon. My cat can shut up right now, please. Thank you. Credilli, I think, definitely shows up. I think Tapu Fini comes, and I could see Surfetch'd coming, because I don't really have a lot of answers to it. But, like, there's a lot of really good mons against us on this team. Which certainly sucks for us in prep. No, the cat just came in. Hi, buddy. What's up? You really gonna be not gonna get out already? You just got here. Dude. You agitate me. You agitate me on a new level. Cats, ladies and gentlemen. They are something else. But yeah. It's going to be a tough matchup, but hopefully we'll be able to pull it out. We did lose last week, so we need to bounce back big time. So hopefully we will be able to do that. So the first one we're bringing is going to be Archangel R Mega Absol. Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Player Offense, Superpower with the Adamant Nature, Max Attack, Max Speed, 4 Defense. So this week we were luckily fortunate enough to be able to run Adamant, which is really, really nice, because of how the Mimikyu speed tiers are set. So, like, they have Mega Beedrill, which obviously outspeeds us, like, all day, every day. Excuse me. But, they don't have anything between Beedrill and Victini, speed-wise, so with max speed Adamant, Mega Absol outspeeds their whole team, which is nice. Knockoff will be extremely useful. Breaks through a lot of their team, and getting rid of items is always important. Sucker Punch is going to be important because of that Beedrill. Since it outspeeds us, we can Sucker Punch it. Also, if we can scout and find what things are scarfed and what things aren't scarfed, we can Sucker Punch those as well, which would be nice. Play Rough is there for the Hydreigon, mainly, so that we can smack that thing. This also will help with the Surfetch'd. And then we have Superpower so that we can break through the Registeel and Snorlax. So, yeah, pretty straightforward stuff, nothing too crazy. This thing's just here to break through their team as quickly and efficiently as possible, and hopefully not die. That's the goal. I actually hopefully get some kills, because Lord knows this thing has struggled all season, but I really want Mega Absol to prosper, and hopefully it will this week. Yeah, sorry about that. I should check that real quick. Next up, we have Buzzbuzz the Volcanion, rocking the heavy-duty boots, Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, Toxic, and Defog. For the EVs, we have 252 HP, 104 Defense, 64 into Special Attack with a Modest Nature, and 88 into Spadef. So with the defensive investments, there's nothing on this team that can OHKO us. Bandit Victini can't OHKO us. Mega Beedrill can't 2-hit KO us. Hydreigon can't OHKO. Life Orb Hydreigon can't OHKO us. I believe Specs is a roll. But it's about like a 50-50 roll. Yeah, nothing on this team one-shots us, which is really nice. And then the 64 special attack with the Modest Nature guarantees us an Oko with Steam Eruption on Victini. So that's pretty cool. We need to defog this week because why do I defog this week? To keep the Feeney's terrain off the field is one of the main reasons. Like, obviously they can have rocks with things like Registeel, Mudsdale, and Cordelia and stuff like that, but mainly so that we can keep that misty terrain off the field so we can, like, toxic things, wear them down, and all that kind of shit. So, hopefully that will work out in our favor, and I have to let this damn cat out because he's such a bitch. You begged to get in here, now you beg to leave. Get out. Cats, ladies and gentlemen. Cats. Just leave the door cracked for him. Let him roam in and out. That's also why we have the Toxic on Volcanion, by the way. So that, like, if we defog away the terrain... Oh, excuse me, pardon me. If we can defog away the terrain for Feeny, that will allow us to... That will allow us to toxic it, and once it's toxic, we can wear that thing down pretty efficiently, I think. So that'd be pretty cool. Toxic also helps us take on the Cordelia, which is a great switch into this thing. So fingers crossed that we'll be able to get some of those off this game. Next up, we have Madoka, our Sylveon. Madoka is out here with 248 HP, 176 defense with Bold Nature, and 84 in Def with the leftovers. Pixelate ability, Wish, Protect, Hyper Voice, and Mystical Fire. The HP plus Spadef prevents Life Orb Hydreigon from 2 KOing Sylveon with Flash Cannon after leftovers, which is nice. Then the 176, honestly, was just leftovers. I didn't need any extra special defense at all for anything else. So I just decided to throw the rest into FizzDef because there are a couple solid physical threats that I like to be able to live hits from, so I decided to go with that. Hyper Voice hits the team really, really hard. And then Mystical Fire kind of covers for the things that resist it. Only thing that kind of comes in for free on this is Victini. But I'm not really too worried about that because it still doesn't appreciate a Hyper Voice, and any damage is good damage, you know what I mean? But that's our Sylveon. It's really, really straightforward. Nothing too fancy here, nothing too crazy. Just here to do its job, specifically to pass wishes to things too. That's very important. Gonna have to try to wish pass a bunch. To keep some guys healthy in this game. Next up, we have Shroomsy the Amogus with the Black Sludge Regenerator, Clear Smog, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain Foul Play, 248 HP, 164 Defense Bold Nature, and 96 into Spadef. I'm going to be completely honest, I have absolutely no idea what this spread does. I know this spread does something. It probably prevents, OKOs/2OKOs from most of the team, probably, but I don't really know what it does. I'll be real. I have no idea what this spread does. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I honestly don't know. I don't feel like running the calcs right now to figure out, to be honest. But the spread definitely has a purpose. I can confirm that much, and hopefully it'll put in some work. Clear Smog allows us to 1v1 the Tapu Fini. Clear Smog plus Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain kind of allow us to do that job pretty easily. Just in case it's Calm Mindset, we can just Clear Smog all of its boosts away and start beating it down with Sludge Bombs and Giga Drains, which is nice. Plus we'll have our Black Sludge Recovery, which is also nice. We also have Foul Play for the Beedrill, because it does an obscene amount of damage, as well as for the Victini. Just in case we can catch the Victini on a switch-in or something. It Okos. I'm pretty sure it Okos Victini. I don't remember, but it does a lot of damage. And I think Victini could be a switch into this thing, maybe like an Assault Vest variant, or like a Safety Goggles variant, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what they would bring, but I think that's a viable option there. But yeah, that's our movies. Next up, we have our Surfetch switch-in. The Psychic one, Oricorio Pau. Colbert Berry, Revelation Dance, Air Slash, Roost, and U-Turn. 248 HP, 228 defense, and 32 in the speed with Attunement Nature. With that speed, we outspeed a max speed Jolly Surfetched by 1 or 2 points, I think. It's one of those speeds calcs where it's like the four EVs bump it up 2 points instead of 1. So that's what's going on there. Then I just literally threw the rest into HP and defense, because basically 9 out of 10 times Surfetch can click close combat against our team and pretty much 2-hit KO everything. Bandit close combat pretty much 2-hit KOs my whole team. But it obviously isn't 2-hit KO this. We 4 times resist the post combat. So this thing is literally designed to switch into Surfetched and hit it back with like a Revelation Dance or an Air Slash or something like that. Or to U-turn out and keep up some form of momentum. Just kind of spaced out there for a second, I apologize. But yeah, it's definitely a weird set, but kind of something that we necessarily had to do, because if we didn't, Surfetch could literally just every time it hits the field, click close combat and claim a kill. And I don't want that to happen, so. Okay, so that's our Oricorio. The last mon is our dedicated Beedrill switching, and that is going to be Beyblade, our Hitmontop. He has not been here for a while, but he is back. Rapid Spin, Low Kick, Seismic Toss, and Sucker Punch. 252 HP, 72 in attack with an Adamant Nature, and 184 in defense, with the Rocky Helmet, of course, and Intimidate. This thing comes in on Beedrill pretty cleanly. Beedrill has no chance in hell of 2 KOing it. Sucker Punch is incredibly important because it allows us to beat things like the Victini, which is nice. Low Kick actually, with this investment, guaranteed 2 KOs. The Snorlax, if it's like trying us out of curses and it's a +1, we can fire off a Low Kick, and then if he goes up to +2 that turn, Low Kick should still KO it. After that, like +1 into or +2, I think, guaranteed KOs. I could be entirely wrong on that, but that's what I believe I remember from the calcs. I believe I remember that being like a significant thing. Then Seismic Toss was kind of like a... Seismic Toss was just an interesting tech move I kind of came up with last minute, where it was like I could see a lot of different mons just switching into this thing pretty easily. So having Seismic Toss to just chip those down for that free 100 points of damage is never a bad thing to have. So I decided, yeah, why not? Let's do that. So that is why we have the Seismic Toss. That's going to be the team builder. I know you didn't enjoy this one, but if you somehow did, please make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. You guys will see the battle go up tomorrow. I will wait to record the battle until I am actually awake. So that'll be fun. So yeah. But till then, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.